Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. So today we're going to try and break down the business plan for new business owners, for maybe individuals who are just watching this channel and intend to start a business. Maybe you need it for a school project. We want to be as simple and as practical as we possibly can. We know the structure. You have your executive summary, you have your company overview, marketing analysis, you have your financial projections, but we are going to try as much as possible to make this as practical as possible within the shortest possible time. I've already taken so much of your time, so let's go. So the business plan starts with you defining who you are. Okay, what is your vision? What are your goals? What do the shareholders expect of you if you have shareholders? What do you intend to introduce into the market? So let's say you sell shoes or you want to sell shoes. Why do you want to sell shoes? Because you've identified a problem. There are not enough shoes for maybe boys below the age of 15 in city B, or for girls below the age of 15 in city C. So it's important to highlight your vision, your goals, which are short term, leading to your vision. Then it's important to identify the reason for setting up the business, that aspect that's going to make you different from the competition, or what makes you think there will be a demand for your product or service. Okay, then after that, it's important to garner information from your shareholders, investors, stakeholders, your partners, because you never know, your partner's view of things may be very different from yours. Your shareholders may have different demands from what you do. You need to look at stakeholders like regulatory authorities, who's going to supervise the facility, who's going to make sure the facility obeys the laws and rules and regulations. What are the laws and rules and regulations? You need to take a look at that, express it, and put it on the sheet. Okay, so that's with point one. For point two, you need to define your products and how you're going to market them. So back to the shoes. What types of shoes? Leather, fair. Why? How am I going to get them across? Online? Am I going to just have a stand and display? Okay. How am I going to operate the business? Am I going to do it from home because I don't have the financial muscle? Am I going to do it from a shop? If I'm going to do it from home, how am I going to do it from home? If I'm going to do it from a shop, how am I going to do it from a shop? Is it more effective to do it from home or it is from the shop? And since I may need employees, how much am I going to pay them? What types of employees do I need? Etc. etc. And also, very importantly, you notice there's change in demand. The business environment constantly changes. So what kind of culture am I going to use to make sure that I'm ahead of the competition, or I'm close to the competition, that I'm adaptive to changes in climate? For example, you can develop a customer feedback form or a customer feedback system to continuously take in information and shape your services and products in accordance to the changes in demand. Okay, with the marketing aspect, there's internal and external, in the sense that internal, there's selling the company to your workers, your employees, which is crucial for sustainability, because you want your workers to want to grow, you want your workers to want to stay, you want your workers to believe in what you believe in. And there's marketing the product to those outside. Okay, so That is a summary of everything that needs to go into the second part of the business plan. By the way, for point 2, you can do a SWOT analysis. By that I mean take a look at the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats available. Don't overthink it. Just do your research, secondary research, go online, check up on things. You can ask people questions, a variety of people. You can check the news, check what others are saying. Risk assessment. What are the risks associated? I don't know how many people saw maybe pandemic coming, for example. You can take a look at that, and that helps you with your system and culture. And also importantly, it's important to take a look at within the culture the day-to-day practices it creates. So if the customer service culture is mechanical, with phone calls, they know how to answer. They are taught how to answer phone calls. They know how many calls per day I'm supposed to make. These little things go a long way to making the business consistent, professional, and hopefully successful in the long run. For point 3, we deal more with how much money you're expecting in, what your estimated costs are, and what your estimated profit margin is. And this looks really simple, but it's a part of the business plan we often get wrong, in the sense that, well, someone will say, obviously, you can't tell with certainty how much money you are going to make, okay? And you can't tell with certainty sometimes even the range in terms of cost, okay? That's the argument some people may make, especially in some parts of the world. It's a bit more difficult to ascertain cost and revenue with all the inflation and instability. But it's very important to look at the tax aspect of the financial projection. It's a part we often neglect, but taxes are a huge part of doing business. So as we deal with the orthodox plan, our revenue cost, the little expenses you are going to make, just take a look at the tax aspect of doing business, and let's try as much as possible to cut down on as much cost as we possibly can. So that's just my thoughts on that. So that's 4.3. Thanks for tuning into this video. Subscribe and hit that like button, and we'll see you in the next video. Safe, everyone.